This is the April Fool's Day episode of From the Shop. I'm Jared. April Fools. Jared's got to do daddy duties.
Yes.
So I'm Sam again, and this is Isaac.
I'm still Isaac.
And we've got 4 comics today.
That's not an April Fool's joke. That's actually the truth.
2 DC and 2 Marvel.
Yes.
All right, you go first.
Okay, I'm going to start off with Uncanny Inhumans #0. This is by Charles Soule and Steve McNiven. And if people, I don't know if some of you might not have jumped off Inhumans. It's got such a slow start. It started with Matt Fraction one-shots, and then it took forever for the what was the art? Joe Madureira issues to come out, and so people might have just jumped off it. This is a good jumping on point. This is almost completely focused on Black Bolt, and it's really good. If Marvel had started their Inhuman books with this issue, I don't think they would have some of the problems they have had trying to get people to believe that Inhumans is a big thing. The art by McNiven is really good, as always. I expect him to be on maybe 3 issues and then leave. And Charles Soule does a really good Black Bolt. And the villain, I won't tell you who the villain is in this, even though I think Marvel pretty much said who the villain is.
Good for you.
Yeah, see?
So you don't have to beep it.
You're getting better. But Charles Soule writes a really good this villain. And it's cool, and it opens the door to a lot of different mysteries and everything, and I look forward to seeing where it goes from here.
Yeah, me too. I mean, every time Steve McNiven's on a project, it's like an event.
Yeah.
Because his art's so good, and it takes so long, so that he doesn't do much. But the art's amazing. The art's really good, top notch. Black Bolt's my favorite Inhuman, and he shines here.
Yeah.
And it's like sets up a lot of stuff. There's like one of those pages that says coming up in Uncanny Inhumans.
Yeah.
My problem is, and like it doesn't affect this issue because this issue's great. Whatever you give it, I'm sure it'll be a high score. But I don't know where anything's going when they're starting new series right before Battle World and Secret Wars, because you've got this whole thing and new things, new ideas, new plots, and we're going into this place where we don't really know what's going to happen.
Well, we know that these characters will be okay.
Or in the book, at least in the next few issues. But I mean, like, I don't know where it's going. I don't know where anything's going in Marvel. But I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to continuing Inhumans. I don't know if we need more than one Inhuman book. But
who knows if there will be more than one Inhuman book after Secret Wars?
Yeah.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know.
We don't.
Mike might know, but he's not telling us.
No. But I would give it, I liked it a lot. I would give it 9 out of 10 Lugos. Really good. Really strong first issue. If it's your first Inhumans issue, you're well served by the book.
Well served.
Yes, well served.
Well served.
You've been served.
I am going to review Batman Eternal number 52. This one went a whole year, weekly series. And there was a 3 weekly series for DC this year, and 1 for Marvel. And the other was, we'd reviewed Future's End, the one before the end. Last week there was World's End, which we've never reviewed because it sucks. And Batman Eternal has been like the strongest one, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so.
As a whole, it's had bad issues. It's went on too long with the mysteries. But you know, this issue is it's a good end. You know, it's a good end. I was glad. I was worried that the reveal of the villain was gonna like bother me, but I actually guessed who the main villain was gonna be, and also I'm pretty smart. But so I liked that. I liked the fact that that was the villain. I liked how they tied up everything. It's a little long, this issue. I feel like they could have cut some of the issues in the past and just spread this one out a little more. But I liked it. It was my favorite of the weekly series, including the one from Marvel. Yeah,
this one, like Marvel at their events, they like tease upcoming books. Yeah. But the problem with this issue is it's teasing upcoming books that have already come out. And they're almost like 6 issues in. Like they tease the Spectre Gotham by Midnight series.
But Batman's not in that book, so maybe it'll be after the jump.
So that's a weird thing, and they could have almost cut some of those pages to make it a little less. Also, the art is strong in parts, but in parts, it's like
there's
5 different.
Really bad.
Yeah, there's like 5 different artists on this issue, and I think it's the different artists who've been on the weekly. So sometimes it's a really strong art team, and sometimes it's just really not. Yeah. So those are the weaknesses, but again, it's probably the best.
It's definitely the best weekly. It's the best weekly, I think, since 52. Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, which was the one that started it all. Yeah. I would give this issue 7 out of 10 Lugos, and I would give the entire Batman Eternal, I would say 7, but I'm going to say 8, just because I know it's really hard to do a weekly series. So I would say 8 Lugos for the whole Batman Eternal. Go back, it's going to be in trade soon if it's not already.
The first, I think
the first one's a trade. Get in, check it out. It's a good Batman story if you're into Batman. I would definitely check it out.
Okay, our next book, this is Ultron Forever, The Avengers. This is coming out just in time, coincidentally enough, in time for like the Ultron movie.
Yeah.
And this is by Al Ewing and Alan Davis on art. And it's okay. It's nothing great. It's not the best I've seen from Al Ewing. Al Ewing has done some really cool things with like Loki and Luke Cage's Mighty Avengers. This isn't as good as either of those things, I don't think. The art by Alan Davis is good. It's just strong art. But the story itself, you didn't like the art? Okay. The story itself is just okay. It doesn't seem necessary. It's just an okay book.
I don't think it is.
What do you think?
No, I think it's cool. It picks up on like some of the Hickman stuff from the end of his before time runs out with the future. I don't mind the story. I think it's it's kind of cool story. It doesn't really matter when it takes place in the scheme of things. Because Secret War is going to encompass everything. It's going to eclipse everything.
Yeah.
So I can't hold that against it. But I don't like the art by Alan Davis. It's okay. It's not bad art. Like there's bad art in Batman Eternal. It's just it feels too old. It feels too classic. It feels dated. And I hate the way he draws Captain America in this, and I hate the way he draws Hulk in a lot of panels.
Yeah.
He looks like a monkey, and I don't like it, that part of it. But I mean, the story's good enough, and if you want to pick up an Ultron book, don't go for Age of Ultron. We said that in one of the CBFU episodes. Don't get Age of Ultron. Get this. Rage of Ultron came out this week. Haven't read it, but I'm sure it's better than Age of Ultron. Yeah. Pick up those Ultron books if you want to get into the field of the movie.
One thing I do like about this is that they take Luke Cage and Jessica Jones' daughter, and they bring her into the future, and she's now Captain America, which is kind of a cool thing, and that's one of the things I liked. But as for a whole, it was just okay.
What would you give it?
I give it 6 out of 10 Lugos.
It's not bad. Yeah. Final book of the week is Convergence #0. This is DC's kind of big event for we've been building up to it for a while now. And it has art by Ethan Van Sciver, this first issue, and that's always nice to see. His art's really good. It's by Dan Jurgens and Jeff King. Jeff King writes one of the best DC books right now, Grayson. And it is a 0 issue. It's very much a 0 issue. It sets up this world, and it's a little confusing, the idea of what Brainiac is and what he's doing. And I think it comes right out of Future's End. I didn't expect that much with Brainiac not coming back.
Yeah.
So, it is very much following Future's End, so that book, I guess, paid off in some ways. And I don't know how it ends. It comes out tomorrow. But it's great art, and it sets up this world. It can't help but compare it to Battleworld. Yeah. You can't. And especially in the backup section, where it says each different world, it has where they come from, which storylines. So, I mean, they announced first, right? So and I'm more excited for that one. But so there's going to be comparisons made, but I'm excited for where this is going more than where this issue is. But I do like it, and I am interested in seeing where it goes. The story only has 2 characters in it, basically. It has Brainiac, Superman, and this creation of Brainiac. So 3 characters. Yeah. And that's it. Don't expect any of the characters from the other universes to come into this issue.
Yeah, that does not start. That doesn't start.
I was excited to see my characters, but they weren't there. Yeah. But I'm good for it. I'll wait for it. What do you think?
I liked it. I thought it was a strong start. I mean, Ethan Van Sciver's art. You can't go wrong on Ethan Van Sciver's art. Whenever he does a book, it's like an event. Yeah. And it's interesting. I think DC, a lot of things they're teasing in this book, I don't think we're gonna get. I don't think a lot of the characters that we're going to see in these 1-shots and 2-shots, I don't think they're going to come back into the... I don't think White Wally's coming back.
I don't think there's a DCU after the break. Yeah. I don't think there's there may be a few books that take place in it, but I really think anything goes, and I think that's where it's going to be. I think in the end, all these cities are going to be out there, and they're like, oh, now we can take stories from any time, anywhere, and do whatever you want.
There was a point when Superman first lands on this planet when I said, oh my God, he's on Battleworld, he's going to turn the corner, and it's going to be Captain America. Yeah. That doesn't happen, but it was still a pretty cool book.
Yeah, and it also doesn't have any of the setup that Hickman's doing.
Yeah, that's true. It sort of just happens. Yeah. I mean, there was setup because it comes right from the Doom thing. But it's good, and it gets me excited for Convergence, and I might not have been that excited about it to start with.
I want to see where it goes. I want to see what they do exactly, because there are a lot of different possibilities that could happen. I don't think it's going to be a white Wally West book that I would buy religiously, but I would buy it religiously. I would buy that book, and so would Tony, and I'm sure 3 or 4 other people would too. But I am excited to see where it goes. This is something I've been looking forward to, and I would give it 7 out of 10 Lugos. Yeah. I think future books are going to be better because it's going to involve more of the story. Because it's like he's pitting worlds against each other, universes against each other, to see who survives. That's the story. If you were confused, this guy that Brainiac created, this planet kind of thing, is pitting universes against each other to find one survivor.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's going to be one survivor in the end. I think it's going to be a mix of things, but that's the storyline, and it should be pretty cool. So, yeah.
And one thing
Check
really
it out.
cool in this is that Ethan Van Sciver has a chance to like do almost every version of Brainiac, from like
and on the
cartoons, comic books, Elseworlds, all kinds of things.
Yeah.
And you see like all the different kinds of Brainiacs, and it's
That is
really
cool.
cool. It's just a cool thing.
Yeah, no, it was one of the stronger outings from DC, I would say. And that is the end of our show today. Come to your comic shops and pick up some books. May 2nd is Free Comic Book Day.
Yes.
And Manifest Comics is having their event here, as they do. And come by. And we're looking for artists. We're having a new art show in October. We have huge names. Huge names have agreed to be a part of this, as well as incredibly talented local names. And we're going to be doing this the week of Comic-Con this year.
I would tell you some of the names, but Sam would just bleep it out anyway.
No, we're gonna keep that a secret for now, but we're very excited. We thought we like hit some good ones with Stan Sakai.
Yeah.
We got way bigger names than that. So if you're an artist and you're watching this, shoot us an email, send us a message, do something, and let us know if you want to be part of this. You'll be in good company.
And this art show will be supporting the.
It'll be not officially this charity yet, but it'll be supporting a charity that involves autistic children and autistic children's families. So
the charity is B.
Yeah, no, we don't know yet. We haven't made an official agreement yet, but we're working on it. So that's it, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week.